Hey, yo, check it out. It's the one and only, never phony. Your big homie treat me like Tony. Peedi Crakk, live in effect with Mikey T, the movie star. Let's go, baby. Ring.
Can you tell me about how Freeway helped you in your situation with Jay-Z? Is that how it went? Could you explain it to me?
It's not exactly how it went. That's not exactly how it went, but I'm gonna tell you. Look, because it's just funny you said that because I just heard Free say something in reference to this in an interview recently, and me and Free like this. We was just in the studio the other day. We always talk. I just got off the phone with him like 5 minutes ago. It's my
Shout out to
brother,
Free.
but we know that we gonna be real and we gonna be honest with each other. You know, everybody. It's three sides to every story. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Everybody got their way of seeing the way it went. So this is my way that it went. But he did correct me on something that I left out, which is very true. Because in interviews in the past, I would always say that I told him that I grew up with Free, but he didn't bring me up Rockefeller. Um, I feel more so that Oskino and Sparks gave me more push to meet Dame and more support on helping me get signed. Uh, but the truth is, more so, is that way before anybody got signed to Rockefeller, back in the day, our manager that when me and Freeway was in a group, we had a manager and we was in a group called Ice City, and they took us up to New York. Right, Freeway didn't bring me up there. Somebody took us up there because we were a group together, and we all rapped for Jay and Dame in front of Jay and Dame. Freeway did awesome, killed it as he always does. He real good in front of crowds, and I used to get real nervous back then. So when I spit, I froze up and I started fucking up and fumbling and stumbling, and it was horrible. Like that was the night I was ready to just throw the towel and like, yo, I ain't doing this shit. Anyway, I did horribly, and that's the first time I met Damon Big and Jay and them. But when I re-met them again, they don't remember that they been met me a long time ago. They didn't know that I was the little Puerto Rican kid that bombed that night. They don't remember that. Dane
Wow.
was just like he was like, "Yo, you Peedi Crakk? Nice to meet you, man. Oh shit, I love your verse and this and that." And I'm looking at him. Oh, I wasn't thinking about this. I thought about it later. Like, yo, I met you already. You just don't know it. I did it horribly. But anyway, shout out to Freeway. We did go up to you. I stand corrected. We did go up there together and met Jay. And then I re-met them through Owen Sparks and everybody else. And Beans was involved. For the record, Free. And if you want to go in the next interview and counter that, be my guest.
So let me ask you, going into that a little bit, you credit Emilio Sparks and Oskino.
Yeah.
Does that have anything to do with the fact that you are not on the first album, but you're on the second album? Were you brought in initially with State Property, or were you brought in at the second album? Could you explain that?
I was brought in at the second album. All right, so the first album, I was home with everybody else, watching State Property the movie. And this is weird to say, that's weird. But I was listening to the Funk Master Flex freestyle Hot 97, and I'm a fan. I'm an artist, but I'm just a inspiring artist at the time. And I'm watching them. I'm loving what I'm seeing. I love the movie. This is coming out of Philly. Beanie Siegel is the biggest thing in Philly. Freeway is next up. He's killing it. They got the Oskino and Sparks, Chris and Neve, State Property, the group. I'm tuned in. Just so happens, I wouldn't say by chance, as fate may have it, uh, I run into Oskino at community college. Somebody had an event at a community college. He's popping. He running around Jaguars, a rock chain all on. I see him. I'm like, yo, hey, yo, what's up, fam? He heard me rap before. I'm like, yo, it's me, Peedi. You know what I'm saying? He's like, yo, I liked you, man. Yo, I heard you rap before. Give me your number. I want to do a song with you. Right? I gave him my number. He hits me a couple of days. It was fast. We shoot to the studio and we start a song called "How Many Niggas Gonna Ride for Me." Now, on that particular song, it was a kid named Young Grant who passed away. God rest his soul. Young Grant was on the song, and he passed like a week later after I did the song. So O was like, "Yo, Crack, I want to take this song up to Dame and them, but we got to get somebody else on it. I'm sorry, it's a sad thing that the kid passed away. We gotta put somebody else on this song so we could push the song." So he went and got Sparks. He called Sparks. We put Sparks on the song. So now we got the song. How many niggas gonna ride for me? I'm still home in Philly, doing whatever I'm doing. They're in Miami and LA and moving around with Roc-A-Fella Records. But I've been staying in contact throughout the process. I talked to Sparks. More so, I've talked to Sparks a lot more on the phone. And Sparks, one day I talked to him and he said, "Yo, we in Miami, Crack. We out here working on a new album, working on the no, it wasn't the second album. They was working on the first album, finishing that up. And if you can get a flight out here, you just come out and we're gonna introduce you to Dane." And that's what I did. I got a flight out there, flew out there that night, and met Dane that night, and he signed me that night right there on the spot. I was in time for the second album, and once I got there and once I got in position, uh, I just started doing what I had to do, man. I just started recording, and once I seen that Dame, once I didn't know what to do at first, but once I seen what I had to offer was being accepted, like I would go there and record, and I started to see what they liked about me. And Damon Biggs would be like, "Yo, yo, that's the type of shit you got to do, Crack. That kind of song, yo, bring that shit back, play that again, Crack, do more shit like this." So I just started tuning in with with the shit that got more character and personality and all that ring and all that. I started going into it, and that's when it started to make like this snowball effect. And that's when I start kicking them songs out, like
All right.
got to have it, and you know what I mean, all the hit joints that we did.